Good Monday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 and Romeo over there, the dog. And yeah, it's Monday morning, Monday. God bless that day or whatever they say. What a great day. But anyway, it's the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow, right now. And right now just went right on by. So if there's anything you want to do, you better be doing it. Why do I say that every morning? Well, one reason is I want to. And two is it's a good reminder that, if you want to do something, you got to get started. Let's see what this thing's got here, this positive energy thing.
Will it be easy? No. Will it be worth it? Absolutely.
Problem solved right there. Here we go. Dream it, wish it, do it. How about that one? And hey, Google, what's the temperature in Fairbanks, Alaska?
The current temperature in Fairbanks is 30 degrees.
Whoa,
Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 22.
That's pretty chilly. Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Capitan, New Mexico?
Right now in Capitan, it's 43 degrees.
That means it's probably 35. I'm telling you, man, that temperature is way off, way off. How do I know? It said it was going to be 45 one morning. So I didn't leave the water dripping the next morning. It was like 20. I mean, shit, it was cold, man. My little water hose of my RV was frozen solid. But anyway, yeah, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And I've been living in RVs a long time. I'm fixing to move back into my little tiny home here pretty soon. If I still haven't got those ACs installed. No. Three people. Three no-shows. Three. Let's see. One guy was going to be here Wednesday or Thursday. He didn't show. So I texted him on Thursday evening and said, Friday? And he said, well, Saturday. And then he texted me back, said Saturday would be better. So Saturday he did come by. Okay. And, but his help didn't show up, so he couldn't do it. He couldn't put the air conditioners in. So he did know a friend that worked on weekends that could do it with his family member or somebody. So he called them, and the guy that he talked to agreed to be here yesterday, Sunday, at noon. Did he show up? No. God dang. I'm telling you guys, getting help is total crap. Well, these guys that have, well, the guy came Saturday, he told me, he said, man, I can't get any help. He said they'll show up 1 or 2 days and then they're gone, and crazy, man. But anyway, what do you got here, Rusty? Never worry about what you cannot change. Correct. Can I change any of that? Hell no. I can do it myself. But the problem is, they're 8,000 BTU air conditioners. They weigh about 45 pounds. I can get them off the ground fine. But to lift them up here and put them in that deal, no, no. There was a time I'd have tried that, but it ain't now. But anyway, there's a guy supposed to be. Two things happen tomorrow. One, I'm going to get the carpet steam cleaned tomorrow at 10 a.m. Have an appointment, and he's pretty reliable, I'm told. He's out of Del Rio. And then there's a guy out of here, plumber, that called. He said he would be here on Tuesday also to do some. He's going to fix the kitchen sink. It kind of gurgles every now and then because it's not vented properly. So he's going to fix that and a couple other minor issues. And he said he would install the air conditioners. We'll see. But anyway, let's do comments, Rusty. Beverly. This is on the electric bill stuff. And then we had a couple of flex alerts during that same week, and people were asked not to charge their electric cars between 5 and 9. Dang. Anyway, this is this is interesting too. The same person, Beverly, says, my brother has a machine shop in Central Valley, California. He had a whole lot of work to do, so his crew of 4 worked 10 hours a day, which put them into 2 hours of peak time every day. It happened to be about 110 during the day, and it only ever cools down to about 90 in the summer. Those 10 extra hours cost him $1,200 on his electric bill. you would think businesses would get a break. Well, you'd think somebody get a break, but they don't. Boondocking with Dennis got 3 here. Check his channel out on YouTube. He says over 2/3 of Americans are overweight, but only 1/8 of Americans are alcoholics. It's a numbers game. Interesting walk and talk. Good drive and chat. Thank you, Dennis. Check his channel out. Yeah, he also says he had the same situation with YouTube. No email or notification. Glad it resolved itself. Yeah, it did. But they still nailed me for 2 videos. Anyway. Anyway, Susan Moorfield says, what happened to the tiny home you were trying to buy? Just wondering. Well, there was one I was trying to buy in Fort Davis, but it wasn't worth it. But somebody bought it for what? It was $80,000 on a city lot in Fort Davis, Texas, and 80,000. It was like a I don't know, 12 by 18 storage building that they had renovated a little bit, and they wanted $80,000 for it. I thought, well, it's probably worth 50 or 60 tops. So I offered that, and nothing happened. And then somebody came in and bought it for full price. What can I say? Anyway, Driver Dan, nice drive. Lots of great EV info. Thank you. Fun to see the planes flying across. Yeah, that's a Laughlin Air Force Base, a training base for the Air Force. Been here for ages. Anyway, Stroker Ace, I was totally against the electric cars, but I can see the benefits if someone used one to drive back and forth to work every day, especially if that person can get away with charging their car while at work. Yeah, some businesses have charging stations, and then there's charging stations nearby and all kinds of stuff sometimes. But again, it's improving. That's all I can say. But for me, it works great because I don't work and I can charge my car at home anytime I choose to. In fact, I've been charging it just once a week lately. So, anyway, Glenda Jordy, when do I get to see Romeo? Well, open your eyes. He's right there, right by the bananas. Scotty Thompson, cool video talk, Rusty. Thank you, Scotty. Says nice weather, nice sweatshirt. Good comment call. Thank you, Scotty Thompson, the mass bowler from Wisconsin, Copperman. Rusty, a TIA is a mini stroke. My husband had 4 TIAs in the past. He's only 64 years old. Now he has frontal lobe dementia because of the mini strokes. Well, I got rear lobe dementia. Thank you. Sorry to hear that. Glenda Jord, can you offer advice on the places you like to camp in your Prius? I am a granny traveling alone, and I'm curious where the safest place to spend the night. I have no clue, Glenda. I'm not going to say because you'd get out there and something happen. Says I found your YouTube channel today. Love it. I'm just converting my Prius C to go on a wonderful trip. When you buy ice, do you buy ice cubes or solid? I just bought bags of ice when I was using an ice chest. Best thing to do is get you a 12-volt cooler. It looks like it has been quite a while since you were in a Prius. It has been. I hope to leave on Friday. I will take to heart your advice, especially not to bring too much. I took the passenger seat out as well. Well, you do you. You can take the whole car apart, but it's what it is. It's a small space. Anyway, good luck. RV Living with a Geezer, check that channel out. Your friend Ambiance from Alpine is still doing well. He developed a high-end apartment building just down the street from the Holland Hotel. Yeah, he finished. He was starting on those when I was out there, so I guess he's got them all finished now. Yeah, he was an interesting fellow. This is D. Anderson. EVs are practical for most driving in warm weather states. In the cold northern states, I wouldn't want one. The cold is hard on those batteries and drastically affects range. For someone like Rusty living in the Southwest, it makes practical sense, or perfect sense. Yeah, it does. Andy Rams, how can you order this? I've been searching on Home Depot website on the tiny home. Well, I don't know. Andy, in your area, call them and ask them. King for a day. I like pizza, but it doesn't like me. It gives me indigestion, stomach ache. I've heard it may be the tomato paste that's typically used to make pizza. I don't know. Certain people have foods they can't eat. Okay. This is Kurt Lober. You're learning and also teaching us. Thanks, Rusty. Yeah, I'm learning on the electric vehicle. There's no doubt about that. But what I've found is all of my fears, negative fear about getting an electric vehicle, were unfounded. No, it's just a normal car. You just fill it up at home. That's all. Hellcat Granny, nice walk. Thank you. Check her channel out on YouTube. She races Hellcat, Dodge Hellcats. She's in her 70s. Brian Swertner, yeah. If we lived in town, I would have an EV for sure. Maybe someday. Grid capacity still scares me though. Enjoyed this one. Take care. You know, everybody talks about the grid. You know, the media got that started. The grid, the bomb, the bomb. You know. Anyway, never mind. New York Don, never worry about what you cannot change. NY Don, I think it's a T-38. Yeah, they're all their trainers, I think, are T-38. The jets, anyway. Small town Southern man, that's the person's name, says no, house wrap is not insulation. It is a wind vapor barrier, not insulation. But if it is a wind vapor barrier, does that provide any insulative benefits? And the answer is yes. Bill Roche, whoa, your rates are high in Texas. We pay 9.8 per kilowatt hours in Maryland. It just went up from 7.8 this month. Do you have to pay an availability fee for the electricity? Because if you have to pay $100 a month to have it available, they can give you the electricity. You see what I mean? Anyway, Tom Sharp, we try to learn something every day. Thanks for keeping us informed. Yeah, why not? Gabriel's Holistic Care, saw both planes. Great drive today. Yeah, I was surprised. I couldn't see them on the camera. So, but it did show up. They did show up in the video. Good. Gabriel's Holistic Care. I think Google has had a TIA. Yeah, it has them all the time. This thing sits here with TIAs. Got TIAs all over it. Anyway, Ginger Black. What a great place to live. I used to live in Wimberley, Texas. Miss it so. Just turned 74 this September. Well, you wouldn't believe Wimberley, Texas now if you haven't been there recently. No, it is. It has grown. Let me say that. Gabriel's Holistic Care. Good afternoon, Rusty, Romeo, and Rangers. Watching this afternoon because the only thing better than Rusty and Romeo is the NFL Sunday mornings. Just kidding. You know, my neighbors around here watch football. You know, every weekend this whole area goes dead because they're all watching football. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Here you go, Ginger Black. I just got my Liberty trike in February of this year, and I can tell you that I absolutely love it. Has been the greatest trike to go shopping at Walmart, Target, and Dollar General. All of them let me in without a word, and I've never had a problem here in Bakersfield, California with the police as of yet. Most of the time I stay on the sidewalk, but there are times that I go in the bike line, especially when the concrete is not at its best. Yeah, well, good for you, Ginger Black. That's what they're for, you know. And yeah, I ride mine more now because it's just available, you know. Louis Paparella, I'm sure I've texted this somewhere. Yogi Berra was asked if he wanted his pizza cut into eight pieces or 4 pieces. He replied, 4, because I don't think I can eat 8. Yeah, he probably meant it, though. He wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Anyway, KR, wish you gave coordinates on the boondocking. I don't know the coordinates. That's why I didn't give them. Mig Wells, did you work for Home Depot? No, never have. And in the video, I state that I never worked for, or I'm not working for Home Depot. Just happened to do a video. Wisecracker1, thanks. Honey Bun, my honey bun. Texas Lady, thank you, Rusty. Great info. Philip Bought, did you see the EV Toyota and its range? Wow. No, well, you know, the range is it's kind of like a car with a 100-gallon gas tank. You know, it may go 1,000 miles. how often are you going to do that? I mean, if never mind. And also a big thing they hype about EVs is their 0 to 60 speed. Who cares? I mean, shit, you know. Uh, anyway, Ken Price, Rusty, if you ever gave up traveling, would you change your name to Dusty? No, Ken, would you change your name to Ben? I mean, come on. Never mind. RG Ouija, I guess. Please show us over 55 community housing areas, please. Well, I mean, there's none around here. I'm in one, I guess. Fort Clark Springs, Texas. Steve Reinhardt, seems to me that the police do not enforce speed limits anymore in the United States, not in Texas anyway. Well, I don't know about that. I think what you're seeing is that there's only so many people they can stop in a day, but they still give you a ticket. You can bet on that. Steve Wheatley, I wonder what happened if the car was parked for a month with a full charge. I wonder if it'd lose half its charge. Batteries tend to lose charge when not in use. Well, what would happen to your car, your gasoline car, if you left it parked for a month? You'd come back and the battery'd be dead. Shit. No different. It's got a 12-volt battery in addition to the giant battery. And that 12-volt battery is no different from the 12-volt battery in any car on the road. Steve Reinhardt, yesterday in Nacogdoches, which was Sunday, I noticed that they now have Tesla charging stations at the store where they sell the fried pies. It's a gas station mini mart kind of place. So if you have a Tesla and you want to go recharge, stop there and go have you a nice fried pie. They're pretty good. They have all sorts of flavors. Yeah, they also have one in Carrizozo, New Mexico. I think they have two there at the Allsup station, the little bitty town. Yeah, Al Fur, thumbs up. They got them in Ruidoso too, New Mexico. J.A., Rusty, you better be careful walking the trails. You might run into Ms. Daisy Muffins. I hear you, baby. Yeah, I hear you. We'll do a few more here. Texas Ranch Rocks. Happy you bought an EV. I think it would be nice to own one, but I would still want a gasoline car because if we have a statewide electricity outage, you can't get around. Something that hadn't dawned on people is if we have a statewide or nationwide electric outage, you can't buy gasoline either. The pumps don't work. You know what I mean? Those pumps run on electricity. Anyway, years ago, I repaired computers on that base, Laughlin, I guess, and the mechanic hangar was full of soldiers working on engines and things. You could literally eat off the floor, organized and spotless. Oh, I bet. That's military, isn't it? Kerry McCullough, awesome plane. Thank you. I say thank you. It's not my plane. We'll do a couple more here. The Silver Sergeant, the electric grid is not limitless or capable of handling a mass conversion to EVs. Those are facts. I think we're 10 years away. Man, I guess we had the same thing when we transitioned from horses to gasoline cars in the early 1900s. People were always saying, well, it ain't going to work, and smartphones and everything else. But all I got to say is get on, get off, or get the hell out of the way because it's changing. We're going to electric cars, guys, electric everything. And will the grid support it? Yes, absolutely. Not a problem at all. I mean, I don't, the issues that you see as problems, engineers and businessmen see as opportunities. And don't think that venture capitalists aren't buying up land to put solar on and wind and they're doing, water stuff. And yeah, anyway, Sashi Smith says, good morning. Have a nice day. Here we go. Alvin Masso, great video. Brenda McChristie, thank you for all the information. Steve Wheatley, Rusty must have turned off my comments. No, I got to you right here, Steve. Hello, Steve. Anyway, let's go down here and see what we got here. Here's another one right here about the electric grid. It ain't going to work, Negative Neds and Negative Nancy. Spiderhead, our current electric grid needs to be totally revamped in order to support any significant numbers of EVs. Well, what about when everybody started buying microwave ovens that suck up a lot of juice? And nobody said anything about the electric grid then. I mean, you know. And then hybrid life, he's got a response here. But anyway, enough said, guys. From From Fort Clark Springs, Texas, this is Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up. Carpe diem. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem. Adios, bye-bye. And buy anything you want. If you use the Amazon link, just click on it and go there and buy what you want. Anyway, drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you will not want to eat so much as in snack. And the only way to lose weight and keep it off, and you know it and I know it, is eat less. That's it. And then what else? Get a smaller plate. And then what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in really deep. And then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Sure it is. Do it several times a day. Yeah, let's get a kiss from the old stinking goat. Here's your stinking goat kiss. One-eared stinking goat kiss. Yeah, and what else? Stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Swivel, swivel, swivel. Walk, walk, walk. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Exercise your body once or twice a day, every single day. Why? Because you'll feel better immediately. And you may live longer, healthier because of that one thing. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. This is your head, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. All those little neurons in there are forming neural links, which is every single thought you have, every memory, every dream, everything. So give your neurons some positive stuff to work with. Common sense, right? Yeah, don't watch the news. It's all negative crap. You know it and I know it. But anyway, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease. Carry on. Adios. Bye-bye. Hasta luego. Vaya con Dios. Aloha. Until the noon video, which will be, I don't know. I was going to show you the air conditioners installed. They ain't installed. Anyway, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.